Hi there VC, it's Steve Whitty here again with part 3 of the January finds. Again, showing a lot more of the vinyl finds, so hopefully this will be the last video. But what I realised when sort of like getting prepped, when I showed the CDs, there were 2 CDs that I forgot to show you. And I think they quite want to show them. It's the Incredible Strings Band's Hangman's Beautiful Daughter. This is a 90s reissue on CD, and then likewise this is the 5,000 Spirit, or the 5,000 Spirits, and I have not got any Incredible Spring band or ever listened to any, so it's a band I'm not totally aware of, so I'll be quite interested to see if I'm going to like it. I'm obviously aware of it. It's shown a lot in the VC, but I'm more than happy to give that a try. So let's get back to the vinyl. So some interesting stuff in this one. Maybe this might not be considered as interesting. This is America's Greatest Hits from 1975. George Martin basically oversaw this. He was producing the band at the time, but he remixed sort of like the early stuff. So he got Horse with No Name, Ventura Highway. This was all remixed by him. Not that you really notice the difference, you know. My ears are not that attuned to the quiet nuances there, but not a bad introduction to America. I haven't got any of their stuff, so comp is always a good way to start. Found this Revolver, one of these dog shows Revolver, but I managed to find myself a mono copy. There's the M in the catalogue number for mono, and yes, the vinyl's a little bit beat up, but the thing with these vinyl albums from the 60s is they don't hold up well. They seem to take a fair bit of abuse. So yeah, really pleased to find this. It will complement my Beatles vinyl collection that I got a couple of years ago. So yeah, I'm happy to have that. I think the only mono I haven't got now is the White Album, and I'm probably going to have to dream on that one because I imagine that is going to be very expensive. Right, found a lot with this guy, Bowie Live. This is an upgrade. This is an original 74 issue. Plays well, covers in good nick, even the inside cover. When I showed this, somebody posted on Facebook that their boss was actually at the concert. It was recorded at the Tower of Philadelphia. Yeah, really good document of David Bowie at the time. Station to Station, issue 76, I think, and this is the American edition. Obviously, gold. You got the title track, it's Golden Years, TPC 15, Wild is the Wind. Again, really pleased to find that. Bowie apparently was so out of it he can't even remember recording it. So managed to find a copy of this. Changes to Bowie, which came out in 1981. So you've got Aladdin saying, "Oh, you pretty thing, Starman," 1984, Ashes to Ashes, Sound and Vision Fashion, Wild as the Wind, John, I'm Only Dancing Again, the 1975 version, and DJ. Sort of complements the Changes one I've got. But then I found this. This is Changes Bowie. This was the comp that came out in 1990. At this 1991, sorry. It might be 1990, 91. At this point, Bowie's, I think Tin Machine sort of like hadn't been successful as he wanted, and I think he needed to do not so much for the money, but he just needed to get back on. He did a tour on the back of this where apparently he requested the fans to send requestable songs they would like to hear on the into the fan club for the tour. I think some wags tried the Laughing Gnome. There you go, there's the track listing. It's a double album. I know it's been reissued on Ryco Disc now, but this is an original. Plays well, it's not in bad nick either. So And probably the one I was really pleased to find. This is Ziggy Stardust, the motion picture. Covers a bit tatty. Vinyl plays great. And it's basically highlights really of the concert. Is he played at Hammersmith, and when you listen to it, when he announces it's the last concert, you can hear the almost shrieks of no from the crowd. I imagine you could hear the shrieks of no from Trevor Volder, Woody Woodmansey, and Mick Ronson, because they didn't know what was going on either. But it's a great document of a great recording the great show. I've seen the film. It has been reissued on CD with the full concert, but I'm more than happy to have this. Sort of changing tack a little bit. I found this Dave Brubeck Quartet's Time Out. Now this is a 1962 issue. It's a mono. But it's probably, I've recently picked up his greatest hits, which came out in the late 60s. But to find this, and obviously he blew Rondo out of Turk in take 5 of the tracks that everybody knows. So yeah, I was happy to pick that up. An artist that is often maligned, rightly so in my opinion at times, but this is Crusader by Christa Berg. Now this came out in 1979, and I've got Spanish stories as well by him, and I've not listened to this. I'm just curious to see what it sounds like. This was a charity shop find. He has got quite a powerful voice, Christopher, and he does tell great stories in the song. Spaceman Come Travelling is an obvious example. So yeah, we're giving interesting. This looks interesting. Looks like there's a bit of a concept to it. And looking at the title track, there may well be a story to it. So it may be interesting to have a listen to that. Four Top's second album. Again, this is a mono version. It probably says on the cover, I Can't Help Myself, same old song, Something About You. Yeah. Any bit of old Motown, I'm more than happy to pick up. Another 12-inch single, and this is sort of like complete add to my Japan. Night Porter. This came out in 1980. And Methods of Dance. It's got the full version of it. It's in beautiful condition. So very pleased to have that. McCartney 2. Now I haven't listened to this in ages. Covers a bit chewed. But it's got all the bits. Coming up, obviously the best known track, and I remember the video where he played practically everything, apart from the bits that Linda did. Temporary Secretary, Waterfalls, that was another single. So I haven't listened to this tracks on this in a long time, so I was more than happy to pick that up, to give that a go. And I found Thin Lizzy's Fighting. Now I believe this is the second album that was recorded by the classic lineup of Phil Lynott, Brian Downey, Scott Gorham, and Brian Robertson. This is an American edition. There you go. It's got on the Mercury there, whereas in the UK it was on Vertigo. In the album, the covers are the same. In the shop, he had either this version or the British version. I thought I'd go with this because this is the cover I know. Rosalie is on here, Suicide. The best known tracks on this. This was actually produced by Phil Lynott. Self-produced album. You can see the band looking quite mean and what Phil Lynott, chest out, bare-chested. But the band were building up momentum at this time, and then the following year, when they brought out Jailbreak, it sort of broke for them, particularly in the UK. A couple of comps. This is Club Reggae Volume 2, So you've got on here Cherry Oak Baby by Eric Donaldson. You've got a small act by Bob Marley and the Wailers. Version of My Sweet Lord by Byron Lee and the Dragonaires. Not Three Times by Brent Dale. So, and it's on the Trojan label. There you go. So worth giving that a listen to. And then on the Atlantic label, you've got here what's called Hits 68. There we go. There we go. Get that back in. So you've got on here Think by Aretha Franklin. Wilson Pickett, She's Looking Good. Looking for a Fox, Clarence Carter. Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding. Funky Street, Arthur Conley. Skinny Legs and All, Joe Text. Otis Again with Hard to Handle. Say a Little Prayer, Aretha Franklin. Don't Take Your Love From Me, Benny King. Tighten Up by Archie Bell and the Drells. Take Time to Know, Percy Sledge. And You Don't Know What You Mean to Me, Sam and Dave. So, very happy to pick that comp up. And then, almost done. We've got Barry Biggs, Mr. Biggs. I've picked this up, and thank you, Miss. His own locally in Sparkbrook. Best known for Sideshow, which was a top 10 hit for him. Bit of like Lovers Rock, I would say how I'd describe it, on the Creole label. There you go. Yeah, so I only know him for that song, so I'd be interested to listen to what else comes out. And then my Black Sabbath collection's ever increasing. This is Sabotage from 1975, I believe. This is an M's reissue. You got the cover there, obviously Ozzy in his wife's dress, and Ozzy looks like wearing a dress, and Bill in his wife's tights. Not really a good look. I'd like to thank Nigel Edwards for personally signing that for me, and then also to reliably inform me you can get it on cassette as well. So I don't mind. I know some people get really uppity about. There you go, some of that about people writing on their labels. I like it. I think it gives a history. I don't buy records for the value. You know, I'm not a dealer. I'm a fan. What people? I mean, I won't write on them. But what people do with them, that's their own concern. I ain't too fussed on that. And then Phil Collins, Hello Must Be Going. Now, I finally took the plunge. It's in the pound bin. You always see plenty of these. I've got the other three of the first four, and if I never get round to having this, I've never owned a copy of this, and I just thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. Yeah, I'll either like it or I won't like it. So there. Again, a couple more 12 inches to show. This is Gun, Taking on the World, from 1989. This is the title track from their said album. They've got a version of Don't Believe a Word. I think it's the Thin Lizzy, mentioning Phil Lizzy on here. And then 12-inch mix of their debut single, Better Days. Alright. More Chiba, a band I've grown to like. It's a 12-inch single. I'm just trying to think what the title track, Killer Hippie, I think it might have been it. You can see their logo all done in this almost Marshall-esque sign there. So, well, having that. Continuing on the theme of albums without covers, I found a copy of Soul to Soul Club Classics. I got it on cassette, but I just thought, you know, I might as well have this. If it's no good, well, I can use it. I can always bin it. And then final album is UB40's Labour of Love 2. I picked this up primarily. I wouldn't give it a wide berth, but there's some of the songs on here that I'd really liked. Here I Am Baby, Homely Girl, Kingston Town's always a favourite. It's just sad how it's all ended for them. So there you go, VC. That's all my purchases for January. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. 258 subscribers so far. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Always love the interaction. And feel free to comment. I do love the fact that people, you know, take time out to watch videos, but to comment on them as well. And I will get back. It's quite a big thing to watch videos. It's a bit space of your time, so I do appreciate it. So until the next video, VC, take care of yourselves and keep spinning. More importantly, keep smiling.